The way things are going in the world at the moment, there's a lot of distractions. Many people are not paying attention to things that really matters. There are distractions making a lot of families not to focus on things that really matters to them, things that will make their life better. Are you getting me? Instead, the distractions coming around is something that making them to focus on something that is not, something that will not benefit, something like bring a sort of blame, start blaming others, right? I came across one quote from a Chinese teacher and a philosopher. Understand? The quote goes this way: in a country well governed, poverty is something to be ashamed of. In a country badly governed, wealth is something to be ashamed of. In our last podcast, we discussed about children going to school on empty stomach. We talked about 0-hour contracts. Because of that 0-hour contract, it puts a lot of families into hardship. You understand? And it's related to cause of why children were going to school on empty stomach.
Yeah.
Understand why, and the reason why children are going to school on empty stomach in the 21st century England or Britain.
Yeah. And in the last 30 years, hourly wages have gotten into a state of stagnation. So the failure of wages to escalate has been hitting family really hard. The incomes of most families is the leading cause of the income disproportion. And low wage employees are not the only ones facing this. Even middle class employees are facing this as well. What has been leading to this dilemma?
The stagnation of wages, like we said, is part of the reason why, like you said, is a wage disproportion, right? People is affecting because of the disparities or what they call inequalities in the wages, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's affecting a lot of families. It's part of the reason why most of them are struggling a lot. You understand?
Yeah.
The wages are not increasing. There's no wage increase. Instead, it's been stagnant for a very long time. You said in the last 30 years, that's a lot of numbers. A lot of families will notice that in every year, bills keep increasing. You notice that? I'm talking about people, most of us that are here in England, right?
Yeah.
Other countries might be different. But here, what we're experiencing is that every year, energy bills getting up, it's getting increased. Council tax bills increase. Water bills increase. Congestion charge increase. Council parking the permits for people that have cars getting it up again. It's getting increased. All of these things are increasing. We're not even talking about food. The prices of food is getting like, the increase is something like, it's scary. It's getting increased. Everything is getting increased. Like, it's going up massively. But there's nothing like saying that the wages, they're going to be increased. Nothing. It's still the same way it is. It's stagnant. Some parents cannot even remember the last time their employer gave them a raise. Most of them are working so hard. Some of them even have 2 jobs. They have 2 jobs. They wake up every morning. They're going to work. They're working so hard. And most of them are the same people, like the podcast we discussed last time. We discussed about most people that are benefit, right? Welfare benefit. Most of these people that are working 2, 3, 4 jobs, they are working so hard, which is right. Not supposed to be like that. They are the ones going to stay saying that we are working, we leave in house every morning to go to work. Why some people are home? Understand? We were paying for them. Why they are distracted? They are not focusing on the main issue. Am I supposed to have 3, 4 jobs? They're supposed to fight for what? Wage increase. But they cannot do that because the people that are supposed to fight for them, or the people that are supposed to speak up for them, the people that are supposed to help them out in doing that, which are the trade unions, are not there to support them. Why? Because some sessions of the media has been fighting against trade union for a long time. Why? What's the reason why they are fighting trade union? Just to take away the workers' right. Because when workers come together, when we have a lot number of people in the union, they can agree on something. They can fight for themselves. They will have a voice, and their voice will be heard. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I understand.
That's the reason why, like you said, there's inequalities in income. Now, every family, everybody's fighting for themselves. Nobody cares about us.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's the reason.
Yeah, that's what the employers don't want. They don't want their employees to come together because they know that if they do, they'll be like more stronger. And they'll want their working rights to be better, and they'll want their wages to increase. So at the end of the year, the company make a lot of profits, and all of those profits most of those profits are given to the CEO. So the amount of money while the employees, and that amount of money, they're giving the CEO that amount of money while the employees are still living off paycheck by paycheck.
They are focusing on the wrong things. Why some people are just like taking advantage of them. The CEOs, the board members, all these people that have this big corporation. Remember that most of them are the same people, are in the top positions in the government, and most of them have they have mouths, or they have people that are representing them in the media, right? So they're fighting against the trade union. Why the trade union? It's trade. It's all about the employees that are working. They are the ones that are supposed to stand for them and fight for them. But because they've been fighting, they're making the employees to look at the union as their enemy.
Yeah, and when you see the people who are like fighting against the trade union, you understand that they're wealthy. They have enough money. They have enough money as well.
The unions are the same like with workers. They're employees, you understand?
Yeah.
They're all of them are union. They are the ones like, trying to
fight.
Yeah, they are the ones like, representing the workers. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
But the sessions of the media that making it as if the unions are not their enemy, because when the working condition is okay, the union, their words to be heard, normally go on strikes. When it's happened like that, what they normally do, this media will come out and start pointing out things that are not working right. But they were not looking at the main thing, why they went on strike, why did the unions are doing that. It's for the betterment of the employees.
They just think about the outcome, not the thing that made it happen.
They made that. That's what happens. And that's the reason why the wages are still stagnant. It's still the same way it is. Like you said, for the past 30 years, it's a big number. Do you understand?
Yeah.
The only people that can do that are the unions. But their voices have not been heard. Though they've been fighting for themselves. They've been fighting so hard. Do you understand? That is a problem,
Yeah, and if you think about it, the employees, they're getting angry about. Some of them are getting angry about the union, but they have to, as you said, they have to understand that they're doing it for a good cause, and they could end up joining the union as well.
Yeah, that's why they are there. But what we're talking about, what we're saying here is that things are going out of hand. They get increased every year. Some families cannot even remember the last time, they bought a cloth for themselves. I'm talking about some parents working so hard. At the end of the month, they use those money, the wages and everything, they spend it on the bills.
And you have to remember that this is linked to why children are getting hungry as well.
That's what I said. It was related to the last podcast.
Yeah.
Because these parents, they're working so hard. They're going out every day. When they come out now, you realize that the bills are going. Energy bill is going up. Water bill is going up. House rent is going up. Council tax going up. Parking going up. Everything is up. But there are no wages going, stay the same way. Do you understand?
And I'm sorry to interrupt, but how can, if all of those bills are going up, how come the wages are still stagnant? How are they supposed to pay off them? And how are they supposed to eat for themselves?
That's what I'm saying to you. There's a lot of distractions. People are not focusing on the right thing. They're not focusing on the main thing. Understand why are children going hungry, as they said, asking? Are you getting me? Why all these things going? Everybody's scared. Keep on increasing. In the corporations that are making more money every year, they will just come out and tell us how many millions they make. Then 1 or 2, 3, 4 members of the board members and CEOs, they will take all the money. Understand? Then they recycle it again. We're doing the same thing every year. Do you understand? And then you look, if you check the media, what you'll be hearing there is this, something like energy bills will be rising for millions of families. The council will increase council tax for a lot of families. Prices are getting costly that a lot of families cannot afford to feed their family.
Yeah, sometimes I see that on the newspapers.
It's always there, okay? And you can never say, you can't see something like, why are they not increasing the wages of these people that their prices are, all these things are going up?
Because they don't care at all.
No, the way they will write all the stuff as if maybe they care for that ordinary family. They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't really care at all.
Because everybody's fighting for themselves.
That's because they make what they did. Like, remember what I said earlier. That's a podcast we did sometime. You said something like, when they come for you at night. He said,
Oh yeah, I said that when they come for you at night, don't forget that they'll come for the other person in the morning.
in the morning, because when you're there and they come for me right in the morning, and you didn't say anything, you didn't back me up or something.
Yeah,
right?
they'll come for you at night.
Then when they come for me at night, no one is going to stand for me. All right,
Yeah.
that's something like that. I get me. That's what is happening. Understand? What they did is that they put distractions. They put people start blaming each other. They blaming the immigrants. They blaming their neighbors. They blaming people around them. Everyone. Understand why the same people, the corporations, and all these people are making they're increasing and making more money, increasing everything that we are living on.
Yeah.
Understand? Because all these things are basic amenities that we need. Energy bills, water bills, all of these things cancel that we have to pay them. You have to pay them. You have to live on them. Are you getting me? Well, how can you do that when your wages are still the same way it was? Are you getting me? It's still the same stagnant. It's still the same way. While everything is keep on increasing every year. That's what we're talking about. A lot of people might find this offensive, but this is true. It's what's happening.
And it's going right under our noses.
That's it. We're passing us like that. And then when some people come out talking about that children are going hungry, they're saying that some families are struggling a lot. It sounds strange.
It sounds like they're just joking around.
Yeah, it sounds strange. It's
like a lie.
No. But this is what's happening. You know, even as we're talking about, a lot of families will understand what I'm saying, because most of them might have received letters on their mailbox. Understand?
Yeah.
And those letters will stay saying the same thing I just said now. We've been increasing the water bill, we've been increasing the council tax, increasing your rent, increasing this. Then when you go out to go and buy food, they'll see that those food they bought last month or last 2 months, the prices have changed, because now what happens? They have gone up again. They've increased. Are you getting me? Then on Monday morning, they'll be going to work. Then when they go to work, they will not notice nothing new, because nobody's going to tell them that your wages have increased.
Yeah, and if you think about it, the news. You don't usually see stuff like this on the news, do you?
That's what I'm saying.
It's not really that much. Even I know with the virus out there, but it doesn't link with the virus, because people are staying at home. They most people aren't going to work. Some people are, but most people aren't. So you have to think about the wages and why other bills are going up, and some people don't have that much money to help them eat.
Because they're all stagnant.
Yeah.
That's what we're discussing here.
So you have to think. So people who are watching this, you have to think about what we're talking about a lot, and that we're all in this together. And I know I usually say this a lot, but we should look out for one another. If you're new to the podcast, don't forget to subscribe and share these videos, and don't forget to like. Thank you for watching.
And remember that family is everything.